That is going to be a row of dwarf apples. Oh, I hit something weird. That's, what did we find with our... Oh, this garden is full of surprises. We hit a giant yam. Oh dear. Well, I cored it. I did not expect that to plunge into a yam. But apparently, there's a lot of yam in here. Well, I don't even know why there's a yam over here. There was no trellis for it to grow on. Yams are becoming their own thing. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. I put it right down into the dead center of that yam. And it's a lot of, that's what this is. Again. Oh my goodness. Wow. And there's the other lobe of it that I cut through. And then there's more of it right here. So before we start our apple trellis, let's dig a yam. I can't imagine what it would be like for Jesus to carry the crossbeam of a big rough piece of wood like that after already having been severely flogged by Pontius Pilate. Tried to carry this on my shoulder around the corner, and I thought, man, even when I haven't been flogged, it's really, really hard on the shoulder to carry all that weight and the really rough splinters. I have two Dioscorea pentaphylla yams down here. I dug one of them to see what the root tasted like, and then the other one we left in. They've been here for 2 years and they are cold hardy, but I don't exactly know where the yam is because it's dormant right now. It's buried somewhere there beneath the ground. So I'm just gonna pull this trellis, and when it pops up in a little bit, I'll make sure that I get it. This is my own trellis design. I'm super smart. You cut your cattle panel and you leave these fingers on the bottom of it, so when you stick it into the ground they stay put, and you can put it next to a single T-post and it doesn't rock away or blow around in a circle, and you could just have a piece, one panel, one T-post, really easy to move and to set up and pop into the middle of a grocery row garden or anywhere you have an open space you want to grow a little something. My friend Randall at the Flomaton Famous YouTube channel grafted some shell apples for us on an ultra-dwarf rootstock, which means that they'll produce very quickly. They also need to be supported because they have a weak root system. But after going to Michigan this last year and seeing the high-intensity apple orchard plantings, I thought, let's do an experiment and plant some apples like that in our own grocery row gardens. Broken measuring tape. Go from one end here. Maybe about halfway down. This is a 25-footer that has expired. I unrolled it and it didn't roll back. It's done. That'll tell us where to plant our trees. I decided to just go ahead and dig the hole a little bit deeper and just put some concrete in the bottom. I really only want to do this once, and I don't want to build some elaborate system or put in an H brace or something like that. So I'm just gonna throw a half a bag of 80-pound Quikrete in there. Side. Guess I need my eyes. Where are my eyes? Where did I put my eyes? I used a paddle bit to mark it here, and then I found the actual right bit. One right there. I'm gonna put him at 3 foot. So that's at 1 foot. That's at 4 foot. Seven. 10. I feel like I could go closer. Do. But should I? Probably not. It takes less water if I don't go too close. There we go. So we got in 15 trees, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now this wire is actually slightly further to this side of the bed. So as I plant them, I'm going to switch them to the other side of the wire, and then they'll be pretty close to perfectly in the center of this bed all the way down. There's my shovel. The shell apple variety was developed right here. It is a southern adapted apple for lower Alabama, 8B, developed in the town of Bruton, and there was an orchard of shell apples there 100 years ago. Now the variety is quite rare, and Randall has been working to save it and to graft it, and the mature tree over at his property is so productive and so beautiful and so disease resistant. It's the variety we chose to make our highest apple production area on our homestead.
I think we're done here. I'm not doing it. Forget it.
You're not gonna plant it?
Just say you're sorry.
I mixed a couple of types of radishes, a few types of lettuce, some lacinato kale, and some carrot seeds. And we are going to just plant a salad garden underneath where we put these apples. And the way we do that is like this. We profusely waste seeds. The permaculture way. Natural patterns. This is called a salad guild. I read it in Permaculture 3. David Holmgren did this at his mom's house. She loved it. That was when they had Fukuoka over for tea. And he said, I never saw anything like this. A salad guild. They don't have to be dwarf apples. but if they are, Snow White might show up. The one salad revolution. Science. There we go. If it doesn't work out, we'll eat steak.
Wait a minute, start.
This is a dumb job. I don't know like why I don't have a real job. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. So see, I am taking a little care. They're getting planted. This is how I plant them. We want to get a little bit of cover on them. And I'm about to water this bed, but I just kind of rock back and forth when I do this and kind of cover, you know, in case I rake too many into one spot, I'm kind of raking them back and forth in sort of the same area, just trying to roll them a little bit under the soil surface. Another thing you can do is to get some hay that you know hasn't been sprayed with anything and just very lightly sprinkle the whole surface with hay or long grass clippings to kind of just put a little bit over and then water it in, just to get those plants a chance to put a little root down in the ground before the sun gets them. It looks so real. It's like you're the one that's running the hose. Did you ever wish you had the vitality you did when you were younger? You wish you were strong? Did you ever wish you were a man? This right here is a velvet bean. Just one of these has all kinds of unspecified things we can't tell you about unless you consult a physician. Velvet beans are known to potentially do things like boost testosterone levels and raise your dopamine so you feel like you're just awesome, and you are, because you're growing velvet beans. Velvet beans, Mucuna pruriens, variety utilis.
This right here is male vitality in a vine.
It's available at Good Gardens right now. Thanks for joining us. I think this is a good and interesting experiment. The grocery row gardens get a lot more care because we grow vegetables over there. So instead of sticking these ultra-dwarf rootstock apples out there in the food forest where they can fend for themselves and probably not do so well, they're going to be right in the middle of our highest trafficked area of gardens, and they ought to do fantastic. So I'll update you as they grow and as they reach that second wire and we tie them up. It's going to be pretty cool, and I think we should be getting apples by next year. If you're interested in getting this variety of apple, I have a very limited amount available in our nursery, and I will have them with me at the Farmhouse Fair in Milton, Florida on the 22nd of this month. On March 22nd at the Farmhouse Fair in Milton, Florida, I will have some shell apples, but we have a very limited amount of them. So first come, first serve. If I see you over there, you can get an apple. And if not, we hope to have more for next year that maybe we could even ship. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out the Grow 500 Challenge over on School. We're having a lot of fun there trying to grow 500 pounds of food in our backyards by August. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.